born and raised in Sacramento, educated in Catholic school, dated boys who turned out to be gay, wound up going to a top East Coast college. All of these things are true of Lady Bird and of Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
Are you Lady Bird?
No, well, no. I mean, certainly I'm from Sacramento, all those things are correct. I don't know how you know they were gay, but... And I'll say it didn't end in high school. But that's neither here nor there. But I actually, in a way, I was kind of the opposite of Lady Bird. I was, the circumstances are similar, but I was a really rule-following, people-pleasing kind of kid. I never made anyone call me by a different name. I never dyed my hair bright red. I wanted a gold star, and I worked for it. And I think in some ways, writing this character of Lady Bird was creating a heroine who is incredibly flawed, but also incredibly courageous, and who did things that I had absolutely no ability to do. And I imagined her, and then it wasn't until I saw Saoirse Ronan do it that it was like I was getting to meet this person who I kind of have been hoping to meet. Yeah.
So Saoirse, as well as Laurie Metcalf, Tracy Letts, Lois Smith, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Beanie Feldstein, Lucas Hedges, Timothée Chalamet, all are, in addition to being great in your film, top New York theater actors. And I wonder if that's purely coincidental, because it's hard to imagine how Broadway, or I guess off-Broadway, continued while this movie was going on. These are a lot of key people.
I really drained Broadway for a few months. No, I live in New York, and I go to theater all the time, and it's such a luxury to be able to go, and it's something that I love to do, and it's one of my favorite ways to see actors, because there's nothing between me and them. I can just watch them work, and I'm a theater nerd, so I was like, let's call all my heroes, and then they all said yes.
Talk about the reception of your first film. I will just make note a few things. But for one asshole who decided to screw it up, this would have been at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has done extremely well commercially, and it has, I think, just about every guild that exists has recognized it, and now obviously the Academy as well. Based on all of this wonderful feedback to your work as a writer and a director on this project, where do you go from here? Are you going to continue to act? Are you going to solely focus on directing? Are you going to keep writing things that you want to direct? Just give us an idea of what's next.
Well, I love acting, and I think, acting, it was such a big part of how I came to understand filmmaking as a whole. And I'll never stop. But I think for me, it's always important to know what you'll drop everything else for. And I think at this point, writing and directing my own work is the priority. So I think just continue. I would like to make a lot of movies, hopefully.
That's great news.